I, as a consultant, come in, and again, AI is my partnership. So I'm working on proposals that simply make sure the outcomes are going to be delivered. The benefit is I'm usually able to do it in a shorter time frame than usual.
Do you think that the divide between those individuals who come in and are really good at their jobs leveraging AI are going to capture more market share versus maybe that middle ground where they're almost the grunts just doing the typical work who are not really needed anymore? Or do you think there's still a need for individuals to come onto projects and to truly understand more of the traditional management consulting approach?
You've got to understand the traditional management approach so that you can then break the rules and accelerate it with the AI expertise. So that's what I'm experiencing. Obviously, I'm old. So I've been around, I've come up through the various seasons of management and consultation and so forth. I love AI. We are helping companies achieve the outcomes that they've wanted, and we're able to do it faster and with greater revenue generation and cost savings. It's beautiful.
What I'm seeing is the new generation of people coming out of whether it's university or even coming right into the workforce who are more AI native, who just don't know any different. So they're just willing to try and to push the limits and bring in different models and think creatively are a windfall for companies if they're willing to adopt and to mentor those individuals to be contributing team members. And I think those who have years of experience, who have the battle wounds of having gone through several failed projects or successful initiatives, can leverage AI because we can almost smell when it doesn't look right or there's something that doesn't line up. And that's something that takes experience that is not learned through a book, but it's done through a lot of trials and errors and hard learnings and sometimes decades of work to really appreciate this looks 80% right, but these parts here are really off. And so we can't present this because it's not reliable. How do individuals who are looking to become CIOs or move into this next stage in their career, how do they get those hard-won lessons when the model's changed of partnering up with senior leadership because the expectations are that you can do more with less, therefore we don't need as many people on the team?
Let me give you two responses. One is I was just smiling when you talked about sniffing out something isn't right, especially over the last 18 months or so. I could tell when someone sent me an AI generated content or message, and it offended me because it wasn't supposed to be that. So I knew they were just trying to do some shortcuts. So yes, those of us with some seasoning experience can usually sniff it out. I would reverse the flow of your question if because I'm human first. The number one responsibility and role of a CIO is development of your team. So to me, if a person doesn't leave you better than when they came to you, you failed as a CIO. I don't care what else you got done. For those coming in, right, it goes to the heart of how do we develop our team. So my answer to your question is if I'm coming into that environment, I have very little control of how much I can quickly gain some seasoning and experience. I'm dependent on joining a company that is passionate about my development. So for the incoming, don't take a job where you're simply filling a role. Take a job where you're filling a future. And CIOs listening to us right now, Mike, I plead to have the mindset of you're not hiring for a role, you're hiring someone who's going to be there and you're going to invest in for their future and for the future of the company.